In this video, I will show you the steps to upgrade FSD and highlight the improvements in version 11.4.4 and why these tricks don't work anymore. Additionally, I'll explain how to cancel your FSD subscription when you no longer need it. Next, I'll go over some tips for adjusting FSD's behavior while driving, and if you stick around till the end, I'll demonstrate how I tested Tesla's obstacle detection capabilities. Hey everyone, this is Ron from Teslavian channel. This channel is dedicated to educating Tesla owners about their car features, tips, and news. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out other videos in this channel. With that, let's jump in.
I received a notification in my Tesla app about a new software update and initiated it from my phone. Once the update was complete, the app displayed a list of new features as part of the release notes for version 2023.26.10. The new update brings several enhancements to full self-driving, including improved short deadline lane changes to avoid going off-route, smoother speed adjustments based on traffic and road conditions, enhanced handling of oncoming cars on narrow, unmarked roads, improved obstacle detection, enhanced automatic emergency braking for cut-in vehicles and for vehicles behind you while reversing. The update also explains that after 5 forced autopilot disengagements due to improper use or lack of attention, full self-drive would be suspended. To avoid this, keep your hands on the wheel and face forward while the car is in FSD mode. Additional features include driving visualization improvements and the ability to view them in full screen, use of the cabin camera to monitor the driver's attention. If you are subscribed to the full self-driving service and no longer need it, you can cancel the subscription either permanently or temporarily via the Tesla mobile app. Here are the steps. Tap on the Upgrades option on the main screen. Then select Software Upgrades. Proceed to the Subscribe tab. Next, tap on the Manage option. Here, you will see a list of both active and inactive services. Tap on Full Self-Driving. You will then see the Cancel Subscription option. When you tap on that, you will be prompted to select a reason for canceling the subscription. After selecting your reason, you can tap Cancel Subscription to finalize the process. Since the full self-driving feature is still in development and not fully autonomous, it's important for drivers to keep their hands on the wheel and their eyes on the road, ready to take over when needed. In earlier versions, FSD checked driver attention by sensing small resistance through the driver's hands on the wheel. Some drivers, eager to experience true full self-driving without having to keep their hands on the wheel, became creative and started using objects like water bottles to simulate that resistance. Some online stores even began selling special weights designed for this purpose. However, with the recent Tesla software update, FSD now uses the cabin camera in addition to hand sensing to monitor the driver's face and eyes for attentiveness. With this update, if you cover the cabin camera and then attempt to enable full self-driving, you will receive a warning message and FSD will disengage. When the car is in FSD mode, it occasionally selects the wrong lane to bypass the traffic in its current lane, resulting in it ending up in a left or right turn-only lane instead of going straight. In other situations, you might want to guide the Beta to change to a different lane. Here's how you can do that. In the Autopilot settings, there's an option for lane change notification. Within this setting, you can choose how the Beta should alert you when it decides to change lanes. Options include vibrating the steering wheel, sounding a chime, or both. When the car is in full self-driving mode and the Beta decides to change lanes, it first notifies you. Then, it activates the turn signal and begins the lane change procedure. If you wish to cancel this lane change, simply push the turn signal stalk in the opposite direction once. To force the FSD to change lane, push and hold the turn signal stalk in the direction you want to move. FSD will then check for an available spot in the intended lane, then it completes the lane change. It's important to continue holding the stalk until FSD has completely moved into the adjacent lane. Releasing the stock early will cause the FSD to abort the lane change and return to the original lane. When I upgraded my Tesla to include full self-driving for the first time, I received the FSD Beta version 11.3.6. After a couple of weeks of testing, I compiled a list of issues which explained in my previous video. To track FSD issues and improvements in every update, I created this checklist: not recognizing bus-only lanes, not recognizing HOV lanes, failing to react to speed bumps, the phantom braking issue, not changing lanes early enough when a turn or exit is approaching, incorrectly changing lanes to avoid slow traffic, which results in deviating from the navigation route, problems yielding to cars ahead when lanes are merging, using the center turn lane to overtake slower vehicles, activating the turn signal unnecessarily, such as on sharp curves. After upgrading to FSD Beta 11.4.4, I ran the same test and noticed some improvements. Specifically, FSD now attempts to slow down for speed bumps. The Beta now does a much better job of changing lanes in advance to prepare for turns or exits. Lane merging is handled somewhat better, though it's still not perfect. Here is one of the test drives I did with FSD 11.4.4, which shows a few issues that still exist. In one of my previous videos, I tested Tesla's obstacle detection and automatic emergency braking system before upgrading to full self-driving. You can find a link to that video in the description below. In this section, I'll be testing obstacle detection with FSD installed to determine if there have been any improvements. I conducted this test in 3 different modes: without autopilot, with autopilot but without navigation, and with both autopilot and navigation. First, testing without autopilot on. As you noticed, there were no crash alarms or emergency braking. Next, I tested with FSD Autopilot on, but without setting destination. As you see, the autopilot has detected the obstacle on the road and set its path to avoid it, and it safely drives around the object and back to the lane. Lastly, I did the same test with FSD and navigation on. Again, FSD detected the object ahead of time and set its route to avoid it.
Well, as you saw, after all these tests, I still wasn't able to activate Tesla's emergency braking system. The only thing that these tests showed was that, unlike standard autopilot, FSD is able to detect and avoid objects on the road, which makes it a safer option on the top of its other feature. I'm also planning to make a series of videos to test FSD in different situations, so please make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you find the content of this video useful, I would appreciate if you hit that like button and share your comments and questions in the comment section below. With that, I'll see you in the next video.